This is an Eye on Annapolis special update.
Ain't nothing like being in an Irish bar with an Australian mayor. Welcome to Mayor Gavin Buckley from the city of Annapolis. We're here at Fado Irish Pub on West Street in a beautiful, crisp January day. How are you today?
I'm great. Great to be on the show. You know, all us Australians, we're kind of Irish convicts anyway.
a little bit. We're here for a special reason. We are here at Fado about a week before a big event that I do want to encourage everybody to come out to support. And we all know about what's happening in Australia. The numbers are absolutely staggering. I haven't been able to get the most current ones, but I know it was 1 billion animals are affected, and they don't really know how many of them are dead. There's been 26 people that have died. There have been at least 2,000 homes destroyed, and probably 2 or 3 times that they haven't been able to figure out because they haven't been able to get there, because these bushfires are consuming pretty much every territory in Australia, right?
It is devastation on a Texas scale. So I grew up with bushfires, and it was a pretty common thing, but the country's never ever seen anything like this. And the people that have to respond to this, you know, are volunteers, community members. They are underfunded, they are understaffed, and under-equipped. Especially for something like this. I just had some friends come back from Australia. They live here, and they said they were in Sydney for a few weeks, not one drop of rain. So you get that drought and that high heat with high winds, and you know. It's
just a tinderbox waiting to go up. And I have never been to Australia, so I will defer to your expertise. But
we'd love to see you down under.
This is hey, can I pick up a ticket at City Hall?
Yeah,
and not a parking ticket. I'm talking a plane ticket this time. But I mean, Australia, aside from Sydney and Canberra, it's a pretty desolate, spread out place. So getting to these fires has got to be an issue.
Yeah, I'd say if it's a very arid sort of climate. If you look at the Hollywood Hills and how not green that is, right. How with the lack of foliage, that's kind of what we have. We have gum trees and things like that, and the bush is not hospitable and is dry, and it is easily ignited.
What we're doing here with Fado, and I say we, and I'll point my finger to you and to Katsup Brothers, who's been a great partner for any number of benefits throughout the city. I know that they were one of the lead sponsors for the Annapolis Rising concert after the Capitol shootings. And on Saturday, the 25th of January, over here at Fado from 1 to 5, the city as well as Katsup Brothers, Fado, are going to be hosting a fundraiser to benefit WIRE, which is an wild animal rescue organization in Australia, as well as the Australian Red Cross. Any little thing that we can do as a community is going to help. What I understand is that it's a $5 donation to get in, which 100% of that will be going to the thing. And there will be specials on all sorts of beers throughout the day that will go there as well. There's going to be silent auctions and raffles and live music, and it's a fun time.
Yeah, we can't thank Katsup and Budweiser enough for getting behind these events and all the charitable stuff that they do. So, proceeds will go to directly. There's no middleman here. Every penny we raise will go to the Australian Red Cross and to WIRE. And so come and have a pint with the mayor. There's going to be someone here from the Australian Embassy. Trying to get my hands on a koala bear. I don't know if I can, but we've been reaching out to some different places to see if we can get any Australian wildlife. If I get a Tasmanian devil, you'll have to bear with me.
What is a Tasmanian devil?
They're not very cute.
No. What is it? What is a Tasmanian?
Like a spiky possum. No.
Okay. No. I just see the pictures coming out of Australia with the heartbreak on these animals, and they're talking about possibly some species going extinct because of the number of deaths of animals, and that's just really unfathomable to me.
I mean, it's crazy the magnitude of it, and I hear there's some rain on the way now, but that doesn't mean it can't. It's such a big country, it might be raining on one side of the country and then it can ignite on the other side, so who knows?
And the fires have been in every single territory, I believe, in Australia. So it's not just isolated to one area where you might be able to get in and push it out to sea.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the bush comes down to the ocean, and so, you people had to run into the ocean to save themselves in a lot of instances. I saw one person's evacuation strategy that he had his boat tied up at the dock, and if he couldn't save his house, he was going to run to his boat and throw his family in it and get out to sea. You know?
Oh, yeah. Now, I know that your mother is still down in Australia. How is she doing?
She's doing okay. You know, we're not affected on the West Coast by the bushfire. She's got her own health things from 70-something years of clean living, smoking and drinking. So that's sort of catching up with her. But she's keeping me up to date on what's going on. And we haven't been affected on the West Coast right now, but you know, we have friends of friends that have been affected on the East Coast.
I had a friend that just came back from New Zealand, and he said that he'd been there several times, and he said that it was unusually strong winds in New Zealand, right, which is not good for fires. And he said there was a haze. It wasn't nearly as bad as what we've seen on some of the beaches in Australia, but there was a decided haze about the air, which is to give you an idea of what the size of the fires are, that it's coming over from Australia, which is 100 and some odd miles away, coast to coast.
And even in the cities where it's not close to a city, there's still stuff covered in soot and a film. And then, you know, there's this kind of clouds that you see in the pictures, you know, this red sky in some areas that are a bit closer. But it's definitely like something we've never seen, you know.
Without a doubt. Well, on Saturday, January 25th, 1 to 5, Fado Irish Pub and Restaurant right here at the corner of... It's not the corner of Westgate Circle. It can't be a corner if it's a circle. On the arc of Westgate Circle, across from Amos Garrett Boulevard, from 1 to 5 p.m., we've got an Australia Day benefit, and you'll be here hosting this and being the mayor with the hostess and the mostess, and either with a Tasmanian devil or perhaps a koala.
And the fire department will be really represented. There's definitely some brotherhood and sisterhood going out to that department. They understand what it's like to put yourself in harm's way on that kind of level.
It takes a special kind of person to do that. Certainly thankful for them here in the city of Annapolis and thankful for them in Australia. I know that even the Fairfax Fire Department sent its contingent of firefighters down there to help out their brothers down in Australia as well.
I want to thank them too. I want to thank everybody that has given. Thank you.
Fado, 1 to 5 p.m., an Australian Benefit Day with Mayor Gavin Buckley, the mayor of the city of Annapolis. And a huge shout out to Katzif Brothers and Budweiser for sponsoring this. This is a great effort. This is a great community supporter that we have here. We're very fortunate to have them here as well. Bring your money. I mean, it sounds really, really gauche to say that, but bring your money. It's $5 to get in. There's going to be options or opportunities to bid on silent auctions. There'll be live auctions. There will be, I'm sure, a bucket that you could just make a donation, as well as live music here. And it will always be a good party at Fado, as it always is. You might want to consider it a pre-St. Patrick's Day party if you want, a couple months in advance. You can probably get a chance to try some of the Bud Light seltzers, which are kind of new. I had a chance to taste those the other day, and they're actually very good. Thank you for lending your voice to this. Thank you for and thank the community for supporting your original homeland.
I want to say a big thank you from the city of Annapolis. This town is full of people, generous people that always make us proud, that come out not just for this event but for other times when people are in need. So we're very lucky to live in this city, and I'm lucky to be the mayor of a lot of nice people. So thank you.
So we will see you on the 25th.
Great. Thank you so much. Come have a pint with me.
This has been an update from Eye on Annapolis. Please visit us at eyeonannapolis.net. Follow us on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. And be sure to subscribe to our daily news brief podcast, which is delivered every Monday through Friday to your phone or device at 7 a.m.